Okay, hi there. Today we're going to show you how finance teams can get control and visibility over spreadsheet-based processes, particularly where there is a need for clear approval, traceability, and accountability, and the evidence of that happening. Now, most teams that we speak with still rely heavily on Excel. The Excel is less the issue, it's more the process around it and the governance around it is where things start to break down. So I'm going to show you a typical example here. If we just move out of this and move into a spreadsheet, which is, this is just a typical financial close process with some reconciliations that are sort of happening in here. The spreadsheet itself doesn't matter too much, but the process around it is what we're really interested in looking at today. And what we can see here is we've got the Coherent Assistant open alongside the spreadsheet, so it lives within Excel, so that finance teams can still use Excel every day and still be able to sort of work within it without needing to integrate other systems or use other screens. And then from the Excel file, they can directly submit and approve any of the changes that they wanted to make to that particular file. So if I submit this one in here, and we'll just put in a quick little tag there, we can see that, and I'll submit that. And what this is doing is this is now uploading to Coherent Control, where we'll be able to see that spreadsheet, be able to see who's reviewed it. We can get detail on what's changed. We can see a clear record of the process of what's happening there. So if I switch over to Coherent Control, you'll see it's a cloud-based platform. So it's no longer people sending around spreadsheets via emails or via Teams. We can take a look at this particular process that we've been working in here. And you can see that there's been a number of different submissions or edits that I've made directly from Excel, and they go through a process. The core of Coherent Control is to wrap these spreadsheets in a process that will allow people to either just do a simple submit or go through that sort of maker checker style approval or reviewer and approver type process. What we can see within here is I can see one of the approved workbooks. Now we can start to see the detail around this, which is crucial for evidence for audit purposes. So we can see system generated timestamps of when the spreadsheet was submitted. We can see who it was submitted by. We can also see the approval details. So when the spreadsheet was approved, we can see that sort of timestamp there, and we can see who's approved that. So that's really evidence that's available if an auditor needs to take a look at that. To provide a bit more business value there, what we've also allowed to happen here is we can sort of see commentary, but we can also see the data. So we're able to extract this data, we're able to see all of that coming through, and we're really able to sort of provide a place where this can really live. And as part of these processes, you can actually have an ongoing record of what's actually happening there. And that exists at not only the sort of submission level, but also at the approval level. So you can see the exact details of what was submitted, when was submitted, how was it submitted. And if you did have sort of an audit process that was ongoing, you are able to take a look through a number of different submissions. And we can actually just take a look through all of the submissions there and download those and provide those to an auditor. Or they can actually take a look through the system itself and be able to take a look at the individual details for every submission. We do have a number of other features to be able to sort of work within our broader sort of platform, which takes a look at things like integrating to Spark, for example, where you may want to push spreadsheets through to Spark and upload them, being able to extract the data that is available through these control processes, which is good for operational processes. But where there's these more change-oriented processes, we do provide a lot of detail on the submissions, and they can be used amongst our other tools. But really what we've done here is for finance-based processes and operational processes, we are able to really take the detail that is being worked on, be able to see the exact files that are worked on, evidence the submissions and evidence the approvals with fully time-stamped and traceable records of what's happening there, and be able to see all of the versions of the different files and exactly what's changing there. So now it's really, instead of it just being an Excel-based process on somebody's shared drive and being emailed around, it really is a structured process that has governance across the top of it with the auditable evidence that exists below that. Thank you very much.